Apex Legends is a game that you can download on Steam right now because no one likes the extremely ass launcher. It takes 60 damn gigabytes to download where you shoot people while hopping around like a tree frog. I do not like Apex Legends. They keep blowing up maps like it's 1940. I can't shoot the guy with a fucking laser beam. It runs like ass and I never get a goddamn gun. But I will not stop playing. Why? Simply because of addiction. But no, seriously, Apex is a game I do not enjoy, but it's one of the only stimulating games I can play right now. Yeah, sex is cool and all, but have you heard of this? Love that sound. Objectively, the gameplay is much more interesting than other games, even to the god-forsaken Overwatch. Apex is the game in which movies depict what teens that play video games are. Being able to move around with the mobility of a monkey and one-hand a sniper is fun in of itself. However, the kill times in this game are what makes the game mostly frustrating, because it becomes a test of which team gets third-partied first. You must go into every fight knowing that you will be at a disadvantage because with enough ruckus, the vultures near the area will come pick you off like a plushie in a crane game. Apex Legends doesn't have the best track record of consistency. When the game first came out, the devs contracted amnesia and forgot their game existed until a bajillion amount of players started playing. But at the same time, so was Fortnite, so at that point it was a battle of orange justice versus hitting the gritty. And in an awful defeat, Apex lost mainly because nothing new came out for like 2 months and Fortnite was busy, yeah, I don't really know what Fortnite was doing. This is when Respawn took inspiration from the Middle East and started to bomb the main map Kings Canyon. New locations were added in Season 2, with the most sane Mexican man and Jungkook from BTS was added. This is when the game picked up the pace, but the game has always had one fundamental problem. It sucks. Why does it suck? Well, with any battle royale, your mileage may vary unless you play Octane, then you're just playing Ultra Kill.
What? I closed the door! What the fuck was that? Close the door!
Apex sucks in a way that it's just playable enough to bear through. However, as with most games, playing Apex is not fun on your own. Because of how extensive kill times are in the game, any disadvantage you have is going to weigh you down a lot. If you're in a random trio queue, someone dies and just leaves, at that point there's no point playing the game anymore because you will just lose any 2v3 fight, unless you're a rat. Of course, it's to be expected that you play as a team in a team game, but if Overwatch has taught me anything, they're just solo games that happen to have teams.
That is a respawn beacon. They're rising, they're gonna rise.
You fucking bitch!
Apex is definitely the most sweat game I've played since CSGO because of the wild movement, intense intense gunfights you get into. You can almost see the sweat pellets that form from across the monitor. I've been playing Apex off and on ever since its release, so I've seen a thing or two. Every update feels more dubious than the last, but somehow, some way, Respawn finds a way to make it work. For example, everyone thought Seer was cracked, which he was. Then Respawn slapped a bunch of changes onto him and now he's alright, I guess? The real trouble came when Valkyrie came out because, oh man, the ability to achieve higher elevation was a bit too unfair. Apex has the same problem as Valorant, which is that the game doesn't feel like it's made to be fun, which may be a good thing for some, but does alienate a lot of potential players. When the design of the game is inherently competitive to the point where you can feel like you're evolving backwards are games I don't usually like. It creates extremely unwelcoming environments because if, for example, you want to play with friends who have never touched an FPS game in their lives, they're going to die a lot and obviously lose motivation to play. Of course, this is a trade-off so that you don't have overpowered characters that just press one button to win the game. While I love fast-paced, adrenaline-pumping, dick-sucking tickle my balls until I cry games like Apex, I completely understand why people refuse to play those games. As an ex-greasy gamer, I've now reached enlightenment and have realized that these competitive games nowadays are actually boring as shit. That doesn't mean I'm gonna stop playing them, it just means my mindset has changed. The problem with these games is that the reward you get from playing them feels artificial. It's not like story-driven games where once you're done, you at the very least feel some sense of accomplishment and at the very most, feel some sort of emotion. However, with these live service games, there is no end. When you reach a new rank in something like Valorant, Overwatch, whatever, what do you really gain? Yeah, you've improved, but what was that improvement for? Yourself? Or to brag about it? To who? Because in the end, there isn't some sort of party or reward you get when you reach the apex. Thank you. I know. Now, I'm not here to argue that games are bad for you and you shouldn't play them. I'm arguing that if you do want to hit the highest rank possible, you have to consider why you want to in the first place, but I digress. Every competitive game I've played to date, I've always aimed for the top. League of Legends, Valorant, CSGO, fucking Osu. Whatever it was, I just had to be better. In Overwatch especially, I really wanted to play in the Overwatch League, but for every new esports title I pick up, I've seen my chances dwindle bit by bit. I've seen my own skill deteriorate over time to the point where even trying to play those games for fun makes me feel like shit, to the point where I just drop the game entirely. But Apex has been the only game to date that has survived in my library that I still continuously play to this day. Because while it is a try-hard game, it's engaging enough so that you do have some sort of fun, unless you're on Broken Moon. It's still a a thrilling game to play whether you're good at it or not, and losing a match doesn't feel as wasteful compared to other games. That's the beauty of battle royales. Even if you lose, you don't feel too much attachment to that round and you just fire up another one. As much as I don't like playing Apex, Respawn has done a good job at keeping players hooked for a while and is continuously testing new ideas and pulling back where it needs to. The design of the game makes it so that those that try hard will, and yet leaves it open for casual players to, well, play casually. There will always be a gap between pro play and normal play, and it's always a challenge to balance between both scenes. While I'm no developer, so I can't say what's wrong or right, I do believe Respawn is doing better compared to other live service developers. All the characters feel unique and different, and all feel equally playable. Apex Legends has solidified itself as the most consistent game on the market, and thanks to that, I can't stop playing because it's the only game currently that gives me a dopamine rush. Hey there, please do subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I really do appreciate all the support. I have a lot of plans in the future and hope to expand to many different places. If you'd like to place your bets on what I might have on the table, do stick around. Thank you and have a great day.